Good morning, Jill. Good morning, Ms. Newberg.
Good morning, Judge.
Morning, Judge.
And let's see. In the matter of People versus Matthias, file number 8924111, appearances for the record.
Pfeiffer Newber on behalf of Mr. Matthias for purposes of the arraignment. Your Honor, we would waive a formal reading of the charges in this matter.
Well, it's a bench warrant. Is there a reason why he didn't show up in August of last year?
Your Honor, I do have an updated address for him. It is 1217 Essling Street. That's in Saginaw, 48601.
And his reason for not showing?
Your Honor, I think that he just had an address change and didn't follow up. It was a mistake, but I think he'll appear next time, Your Honor. I've gone through the implications of him not showing up for court, and I think he understands that by the nature of where he's at right now.
Does he have any pending matters?
Is that Matthias?
Yeah.
He has a.
Your Honor, there are some other pending matters.
He should have some other files.
He's got four.
He's
got four files and 2 tickets.
Yes, Judge.
Oh. Yep. All right, well, let me call the other one since.
Okay.
Entering in the frequent flyer program. All right. Oh, then he has, yeah, that's also on 4128906. Recall bench warrant. Refer to D6. And then Matthias on 2334522, 2444206, 24493, and 231800, and let's see, 24076. Well, that kind of blows that excuse out of the water. I think the real reason it didn't show up is because of all these things. All right, do you waive the reading?
Yes, Judge.
Court will enter plea of not guilty on the interfering with electronic communication and domestic violence case. Court will refer over to Office of Assigned Counsel. I'll address bond in a minute. The case is assigned to Judge Clark August 7th at 9 a.m. Preliminary exam August 13th at 4 p.m. That's in front of Judge Clark. With regard to 244206, the resisting and obstructing ordinance violation out of the city of Saginaw, court will enter plea of not guilty. Office of Assigned Counsel, I assume you're waiving reading, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
And I'll address bond in a minute. With regard to 242493, the malicious destruction of property less than 200 in a domestic relationship, does the do you waive the reading?
Yes, Judge.
Court will enter plea of not guilty. Office of Assigned Counsel, I will address bond in a minute. With regard to 231800, domestic violence, second offense, there must have been a bench warrant issued. Yes, there was. Failed to appear before this court for a bench trial on August 17th of last year. Is there a reason for his non-appearance?
Your Honor, the same as what I've mentioned before.
Court will address bond in a minute. With regard to 24076, domestic violence, aggravated, second offense, waive the reading.
Yes, we waive the reading, Judge.
Court will enter plea of not guilty. Office of Assigned Counsel. Now let's give them the court dates. 8/7 at 9 a.m., 8/13 at 4 p.m. That's also in front of Judge Clark. Now, as to bond, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Like I said, I provided the court with his updated address. My client's been a lifetime resident of Saginaw County. He's scheduled to start some work at the pickle factory this coming Monday. He has his own residence where he does not stay with either of the alleged victims in either of these matters. Most of these files, Your Honor, are from 2023, so they're not recent cases. His criminal history, from what I saw from the bond recommendation, it does have one previous domestic violence. However, that charge was from 2016. Aside from that, he just had a couple of traffic matters, Your Honor. I don't think that he would be a danger to the community. And I would ask that you take that into consideration when setting his bond, Judge.
Let's see. Let me make a record. Defendant appears on several cases, also those involving his failure to appear to court, demonstrating that he is a flight risk in not coming to court. In addition, this defendant has demonstrated on these cases and also his prior record that he is also a danger to certainly women that come into his life, but also a danger to the community. Therefore, bond will be set as follows. On 244206, bond will be set at $5,000 cash surety. With regard to 23343452, that involving interfering with electronic communications, domestic violence second, bond will be set at $15,000 cash surety, no contact with the victim if he makes bond GPS locator. No alcohol, no firearms, no illegal controlled substances. With regard to 242493, regarding the malicious destruction of a domestic relationship, bond will be set at $5,000 cash surety, no contact with the victim, GPS locator, no firearms, no illegal controlled substances, no alcohol. With regard to file number 231800, the case that the defendant has failed to appear for a bench trial, bond will be revoked, will be reset. With regard to file number 2476, that is also a case involving aggravated domestic violence, bond will be set at $25,000 cash surety, no contact with the victim, no firearms, no illegal controlled substances, no alcohol, and then also GPS locator. These bonds are established because domestic violence in this community is double the state average and national average. This defendant is a risk to the community and to those that come in contact with them. Thank you. Have a pleasant day. In regard to People versus Carmen Smith or Nicholas Smith, 222698, appearances for the record.
Good morning, Judge Pfeiffer Newbert on behalf of Mr. Smith for purposes of the arraignment.
I see here that he's failed to appear for a show cause in front of Judge Hoffman. What is the reason?
Well, Your Honor, I do have an updated address for Mr. Smith. The address is 4106 Gallagher,
Okay.
and that's in Saginaw 48601.
All right. Actually, I think was it that it was sent for arraignment or he failed to appear for arraignment after a ticket was issued? Is that all it is?
Your Honor, I believe that, let me pull up.
So let's do this. Let's recall the bench warrant.
Yeah.
Standing mute.
Judge, we'd stand mute to the charges, ask for a referral to OAC, and we'd ask for a PR bond on this, given the nature of the ticket, Judge.
Plea of not guilty, office of assigned counsel. I do believe though that he was booked on another matter, but I don't have that before me, so bond will be a 2,500 personal recognizance bond on the.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Good luck, yes, sir. With regard to People versus Boyd, 243596. I also believe that there is 243401 and file number 244107. Appearances for the record.
Pfeiffer Newbert on behalf of Mr. Boyd for the arraignment, Your Honor. We would waive a formal reading of the charges in this matter. We'd ask for a referral to the office of assigned counsel, and I would just ask for a reasonable bond to be set in this, Your Honor.
All right. Court is entering pleas of not guilty on office of assigned counsel. All files. With regard to the felony files, pre-exam 8/8 at 9 a.m., preliminary exam 8/14 at 11 a.m. That's in front of Judge Clark. And that's on both files. Is there anything else as to bond?
No, Judge, that's all we have.
All right. There was a bond recommendation that was filed. Given the nature of the charges, I see that there is a prior conviction on this defendant for child abuse in the 4th degree. With regard to the file number 243596, the defendant is charged with CSC, 2nd degree, person under 13, defendant over 17, children, accosting for immoral purposes is count 2. Given that based on the nature of the charges, based on the nature of the bond recommendation, based on the nature of the information that's come before this court, bond will be set at $150,000 cash surety, no contact with any minor children, no contact with the victim. With regard to the ordinance violation on harassment, that is that the defendant has failed to appeal arraignment when that ticket was originally issued. The bench warrant will be recalled. Bond will be set at $3,500 cash surety, 10%. With regard, given that the defendant is a flight risk, with regard to 244107, larceny in a building, in that items were appear stolen. There is also the bond recommendation. The people were asking for a bond of $2,000 cash surety, 10%. Bond will be in $2,000 cash surety, 10% as requested by the people. No contact. Very well. Have a pleasant day.
Thank you, Judge.
With regard to People versus Robert Willis, 241865 and file number 241383. Appearances for the record, please.
Good morning, Judge Pfeiffer Newbert on behalf of Mr. Wills for the arraignment.
All right, waive the readings.
Yes, Judge, we waive a reading. We'd ask for a referral to the office of assigned counsel in this matter, and I will address bond when appropriate, Judge.
All right. Court winner pleas of not guilty. Office of assigned counsel. With regard to felony file, I have pre-exam August 7 at 9 a.m. Preliminary exam August 13 at 3:30 p.m. That will be in front of Judge Clark. There's also a bond recommendation, but as to bond, please.
Your Honor, in reviewing the bond recommendation with my client before the arraignment, I think you can see in the last row that the prosecutor's office listed larceny less than $200 of March. My client believes that that file is the same charges as what is presented in front of you now, Your Honor. My understanding is that that case was dismissed, but I believe that this might be a recharge, Your Honor. I do not have that information for sure, but that is what my client believes. And given that that portion of the bond recommendation was not completed by the prosecutor's office, it would make sense to me, Your Honor. So just given the nature of that this was potentially charged previously and dismissed, I would ask for a reasonable bond in this, Your Honor. My client is employed, working as self-employed, doing contracting work, and I think he would be a good candidate for a low cash bond or a PR bond, Your Honor.
The alleged date is 1/29 of 24. You're saying he believes that it's from a case in 23?
No, Judge.
Right, did I mishear?
The date listed at the bottom of the bond recommendation filed by the prosecutor's office, March 14th, 2024. And in their sentencing box, there's nothing filled out regarding what happened with the sentence. So I believe that the case may have been dismissed. Additionally, the alleged offense date of January 29th, my client was in and out of the Saginaw County Jail for approximately 20 days between January and March regarding some unrelated child support matters. So I think there are going to be a lot of factual issues regarding this case, Your Honor. So I just want that on the record so that you can consider that in setting the bond.
Who does he reside with over on Vestry?
Your Honor, he has an updated address. He is unsure of the house number, but it's on Tittabawassee Road and he resides there by himself.
And he doesn't know the number? How long has he been living there?
How long have you lived there, Mr. Wills?
For a couple months.
You don't
I
know
lived
the
there. I lived there with someone over there past Speedway. I can't even hear him.
I haven't said anything.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, is that one over by the highway? You, east of the highway or west of the highway?
What do you say?
East of the highway or west of the highway?
It's like you know how you go past coming out of Speedway from getting gas and turn right, you go over that little bridge path, past the church right there. To the right. It's a couple houses down from that church from the highway.
You're on
To the
that
right.
little cut off from Tittabawassee, that little road.
Yes, sir.
I need to know the house.
It's a white house. I mean, I'm trying, I've just been staying there for the last couple of months, sir.
The same instance or nominee or someplace. If you said you're the fourth house past the fifth tree on the left, I'd probably understand it.
I'm not trying to make this out of a joke matter.
I know. I just want to make sure that we have so you get your mail on where everything's going.
All right, I'll give you an address to where I can go pick it up at until I get you the new address. It's 4135.
I'm gonna do this. 5,000 PR with day reporting, just so that we can keep tabs and let you know when the court dates are. All right, good luck. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah.
Yep.
This client is here.
All right, Mr. Neal, your client's here.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
And let me call in the matter of People versus Rozier on 243-089.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mr. Neal, for the record, named in.
Good morning, Your Honor. Rico Neal, appearing on behalf of Mr. Rozier, who is present in the courtroom.
And what are we doing today?
And if there are any offers, I'd ask that they be placed on the record.
There are none at this time.
We'll continue on for the exam, Your Honor.
Okay, I have that, not yet, sir. Let's see. So you do have all discovery though?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
This is the second time of plenary exam, well, probably because the appointing counsel was late in getting that paperwork to you, I imagine, Mr. Neal, that's why we did that. All right, so we'll just continue to plenary exam. Anything else?
Not from the people.
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Take care. You're all set. Have a good day. Gentleman with the T-shirt with something on the front, what's your name?
That's Mr. Robertson, Judge.
Mr. Robertson? There we go. People versus Robertson, 243-797.
Ethan Day on behalf of Mr. Robertson.
Is it all linked up? All right. Waive the reading?
Waive reading, stand due to the charges, request for OAC referral. I understand he's posted bond as well. We'd ask that bond be continued.
Oh, well. Oh. Not showing it, bond's been posted. Oh, I did the arraignment on this, or the warrant on this. No, this is a weekend warrant that I did. Mhm.
Went through cozy.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said he went through cozy and posted bond.
Okay. Does he know when he did that?
About a week ago, Judge.
My paperwork should have made its way here.
It's not posted out here either.
I just want to know why it's taking so long.
Yeah.
Let me just give me a second here. So while we're locating that, let me do this. This is the bond recommendations. I'm gonna require Mr. Roberson to go over to CST counseling for pretrial programming. Must contact Ms. Joseph within 5 days. So given that today's Thursday and Friday to Wednesday of next week, basically. Should you not contact her, set that up, I will revoke bond immediately. Now, there will be no contact with Ms. Flores, nor will there be any contact with the child as well.
Understood, Judge.
No firearms. Do you have any firearms? All right, no illegal controlled substances. And then, given the nature of the charges, I'll also place on. I'm not gonna push on Gary. It's gonna be CST is what I'm requiring. And then we'll get your paperwork. And then if you have a seat, let me just double check to make sure that where the bond is from Cozy.
Thank you, Judge.
In regards to People versus Baker on 243679.
Ethan, Knapp, on behalf of Ms. Baker.
All right, waive the reading.
Yes, we waived the reading, stand mute to the charges, and request no OAC referral.
Court will enter plea of not guilty, office of assigned counsel. And as to bond.
As the bond, Judge, Ms. Baker's lived in Saginaw her entire life. She's gainfully employed at Spring Hill Hotel. She's been there 3 months. She works full-time. She has a lot of family in the area. As to this matter, she wasn't taken into custody. So the officer didn't see her as a danger to the community nor a flight risk. She's here today on her own volition. We'd ask for a PR bond, Judge.
Is this a pet?
What's that?
Is that a felony file?
Yeah, it is. I give the date yet.
No.
Okay, let's do this. Here are, Judge Clark again. 8/8 at 9 a.m., preliminary exam, 8/14 at 2:30 p.m. He's across the hall. Let's see, PR. And, okay, pretty much it.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, good luck.
Thank you, yeah. Okay.
And People versus Blackwell on 7331500. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joy Blanchard on behalf of Mr. Blackwell. At this time, we would waive a formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty, not responsible, and ask for a referral to the Office of Assigned Counsel.
All right, I'll do all that. PR file, let me just double check. Secretary of State does say license is suspended. So you may want to go there, find out what you need to do to get your license back if you don't already know. And or if they just haven't updated their records. Anything else?
Nothing further,
All
no.
right, good luck, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, so.
The 9:30 on Mr. Madison. They didn't bring them on.
They're here, but
Elder is not here.
Elder's upstairs.
Okay, yeah.
Mr. Allison, yeah, like. Show. Allison did.
Or Mr. Herman.
Oh, Allison at 9:30.
Oh, I didn't know what he was. Nate.